Welcome to Micro Podcast. I'm here with Steve Smith. We're talking about ROI and marketing, specifically some of the research we just conducted and released. Steve, KPIs and marketing are dropping like crazy. It's a bloodbath out there. Decode this for us. What's going on? What are we supposed to do about it?
We get this question a lot when we're talking to sales prospects and customers. They're just like, oh, is it just me, or are you seeing this too? The answer is, yeah, we're absolutely seeing it. In the first cut of the ROI data we had, it was very clear that performance at companies across the industry was slipping. What we've been seeing play out is that's actually been getting worse over the last 90 days. A good example of that is keyword performance. We pulled keyword performance on the top 25 search terms in the industry. And what we found is that year over year, search volume was down on average about 20%. But if you looked at the last 90 days, we were seeing declines like 30, 40, 60%.
Wow.
So, really everything has kind of fallen off the table just in the last 3 months. In terms of what are you going to do about it, we've been beating the drum that the focus really needs to be more on engagement, engage with prospects before you're trying to convert. And a lot of marketers and salespeople are still running the old connect and convert playbook. They're trying to basically just pound people into get a sales meeting, take a demo. And if they can't get that, they move on. And we feel that that's really a wasteful way to approach it and also not effective.
Give me an example of somebody who's taking advantage of this moment and doing it well.
We have one of our clients that is an industry leader in an industry that quite honestly has been seeing performance downturns. They're actually having a great year. And what's interesting is when you look at kind of how they are approaching their work, they're taking on more longer tail keyword search terms. They're taking on more branded terms. And then where they're getting those conversions, they're not just trying to convert those immediately into sales opportunities. They're taking more of an engagement approach, trying to be more consultative. And they're really seeing that work. Their revenue performance has been great this year, especially compared to what companies across the industry are seeing. So we know that this approach works. It's just a lot of sales and marketing people are still trying to play the 2019 playbook, and that playbook just doesn't work anymore.
It's interesting what you're saying, except for like all of our compensation models for salespeople are all based on conversion, not on engagement. What recommendations do you have for teams who might want to consider what you're talking about?
Really what it comes down to is you have to change the comp model, especially if you're in an SDR model that, they're compensated on booking meetings. How are you going to change the compensation model so those same people are incentivized to focus on more engagement metrics, continuing that conversation over a period of time without getting into the, 5 touches, this person's not going to take a demo, let's move on. If you're focused on engagement this year, you're basically writing a check to yourself that you can cash in 2024.